Hello viewers, you're welcome to another recording, another tutorial of AutoCAD lesson 3. In this lesson, we actually going to be treating drawing a spanner. Then we're also going to be treating how to draw a screw nut. Okay, you can have it here. Look at it, how to draw a screw nut. So let's jump right into AutoCAD. Now let me bring it up. Okay, so here we have a spanner. We're going to learn how to construct this, and we're also going to learn how to construct this, which is also a screw nut. So my name remains Vincent Hope, so let's jump right into it. So we start AutoCAD as usual. This is our screen. So the first thing we're going to do here in this lesson, we have moved to the drawing tool. This is the drawing toolbox, the drawing toolbar, and this is the modify toolbar. Let me move them separately from each other so that you can see it. Let's move this one a bit here. Okay, so this is the drawing tool, and this is the modify toolbar. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to draw a rectangle. We're starting with the spanner, so we click this, the rectangle tool. We'll click this point here to draw. Okay, we have something close to like this. Click this. Okay, so we have a beautiful rectangle. Now we're going to draw a circle. So we'll go and pick the circle tool. Click, come to somewhere here, click here, drag to cut the circle, the rectangle a bit. Okay, then we pick the circle tool again, click it here, come to this side, move it a bit up, click and drag and make this one a bit bigger. Okay, now we have two edges. So what's the next thing we're going to do? We're going to trim these edges out of these places. So we're going to go to the trim tool, which is the scissors. We click this, then we select this circle here, we press enter. Then immediately we put it here. You see that this fades off, means it's going to be trimmed. So we click this, we press enter. Now we can see that side has been trimmed. We press enter again to repeat the last command, which is the trim tool. Then this time we click this, we click the rectangle, we press enter. Then you see that immediately we bring it here, this fades off, so that means that's the one that's going to be trimmed. We click this and we press enter. So this has been taken care of. Now let's go to the next side. So we click the trim tool. Anytime you want to use the trim tool, one of the ways you have to know the trim tool is going to work is that the tool shapes must intersect. So we're going to come here now. So we're going to click this, press enter, then see here. Okay, click this, press enter. Then to repeat the command, just press enter again. So we click this, press enter. Then we come to this point, click, press enter. So on the two edges, we have trimmed both edges. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to use the polygon tool. You can see it here, the polygon tool. So I click the polygon tool. Now it asks me enter the number of sides. So I want a polygon that has 5 sides. I type 5 and I press enter. Then I come to this one here, move up a bit to this side, click, let it come out closer. Okay, click this, then click that point. Then it's saying inscribe in circle, second scribe around circle. We can use any of them, so let me just select this and I click here. Then I click the polygon to go out a bit from the circle. Click here. Then I repeat the command by pressing enter. I come to this direction and move up closer here too. I click somewhere here. Okay, sorry, the number of sides has already been selected as 5. I can still type 5 if I want, or just press enter. I press enter, and I select this side here. I click, I can use this other one as circumscribe about circle. Then I go, fine, I turn it around a bit bigger. Okay, something like this, and make it a bit bigger. Okay, so I have these two sides with two different polygons on two sides, and so I'm done with that. So I have to now trim. Remember, I told you when you want to trim, the two shapes must intersect. So I come to trim, I click trim here, I click select this, press enter, then I take this off, press enter, then I press enter again to repeat the trim tool. I click on this shape now, I press enter, and I take this one off, I press enter. Okay, so how do I align this? I can press enter again to repeat the trim command, click this, press enter, then take this off, press enter. Okay, then press enter again, repeat the trim command, click this, press enter, then take this off, press enter. Okay, that did not, let me repeat it, press enter to repeat the trim command, click this, I click this, press enter, and I take off this one. Okay, take off this one, press enter, it's still showing me, so let me repeat it. I click the trim tool again until I get it perfect. So I click this, press enter, and I click this one. Okay, it's taking off everything. I may escape, press enter to repeat the trim command, click this one here, press enter, and take off, press enter. Okay, sorry, trim, click this tool, press enter, then take this one off, press enter. So we have something close to what we were looking for. Okay, so if you still want to trim, you can still click the trim tool here, click this, enter, press enter, then click this one off, this, and press enter. So we keep doing that, repeat, click trim, click this one shape, press enter, then click this one, press enter. So let's get it perfect. So we can use the erase tool, click erase tool here. Now they erase this, and we also erase this, and we press enter. So we have something close here. So we come to this other direction, we click the trim tool, click trim tool, yes, click on this, press enter, then take this outside object here, press on it, press enter, then click the trim tool again, click trim tool, this time select the inner one, press enter, then I click on this, press enter. So you can see the two sides now. You have something cool as a spanner. So what I will do now, I will highlight everything. I can click from here, highlight it, click from those points. Okay, let me press escape because the last command was not completed. So I press escape, I click from here. Okay, it's not giving me what I want, so I click from this point, I drag, I select everything, press enter, or I click it, sorry, then I come to the shape here, right click here, and I click, I'm looking for my group tool. Okay, it's not showing, let me repeat that command again, escape, I right click from here, click this shape here, good, fine, then I right click and I click group, you see it here, and group it. If I group it now, then I can add a hatch. So I come to the hatch tool, this is the hatch tool, I select the hatch tool, then it brings me my options, so I can select the color. It's a little bit above. Let me bring in the recording screen and bring this into the recording screen. Let me bring it in. Okay, see it into the recording screen. So when I select my hatch tool, it is my hatch tool, and I select the current, select my color. Let's assume I want the red. I can come into this place and click it. So you see, I have a beautiful color here. So I'm done with my spanner. So that's how to create a spanner. Now I can save it. As usual, click File, click Save, give it a name, call it Spanner, Spanner 2, press Enter. So this is saved. So let me open another file to create my screw nut. So I click File, I click New, okay, and I just click Open. Okay, I have a point here for screw nuts. So let's begin. Let me move this up a bit. Okay, so now I come to the polygon tool again. I click the polygon tool. Okay, it asks me for the number of sides. I enter 5. I press Enter, and I come to any position here. I click. I can say inscribe inside circle. Click, and I draw my beautiful 5-sided polygon. Press, and I click. Okay, this is it. Then I click my line tool here. I click my line tool, and I come to this point here. I click it. I move down a bit. I can decide to enter the distance as 100 millimeters. Press Enter. Okay, 100 doesn't look enough, so let me Ctrl Z and go back. Let me type it as 200. 200. Press Enter. Remember, it's at 90 degrees. It's still not big enough, maybe because I zoomed it. So okay, let me Ctrl Z. Let me make it 500 millimeters. Press Enter. Okay, sorry, Ctrl Z. I want to make sure it's straight. So this is the point is at 90 degrees exactly. So let me make it 500. Press Enter. Okay, this should be okay. And I press Enter again. So I have this already here on this side. The next thing, I'm going to copy it. So I go to the copy tool. This is the copy tool on the modify toolbar. I click copy. I click on the object. Press Enter. Then select base point. I come to this point, select it. Then I come to the next point here, select here, click there, and click there, and I press Enter. So I have a beautiful 4 different lines on different edges. So the next thing I will do, I will duplicate this polygon here. I also come to click copy tool again. I click on this, press Enter. I now click a base. I can select the middle, and I bring it down to where it will click exactly. Okay, and I click again. So I have that, and I press Enter. So you can see it here. The polygon here has been duplicated, has been copied. Now I'm going to trim inside. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to trim, click trim here, then click this shape, press Enter, then click this, then click this. I press Enter. So you see you have something already beautiful looking at me here. So now the next thing to do, I'm going to put a circle inside this, a circle. So I click a circle here, come to the middle of this knot here, click in the middle here, draw it to an appropriate size, and I press click. So you see it beautiful. Now I'm going to give an array. So what do? I come to click on array tool, click array here. So the array tool here, rectangular array. I click on the shape. I press Enter. Now look at the options. You can see this place here, it says columns. I'm going to make my columns 1. Then it says rows. I'm going to make my rows here 6. Not 36. 6. Then the space between, I can decide to make it just 5 millimeter. Then when I'm done with that, you can see this arrow here. I click on this arrow and I pick it down to an appropriate shape. Then I click here, beautiful, and I press Enter. So we have something beautiful here looking at us. Now this shape is just one, so what I'm going to do, because I want to select an individual one and I'm going to explode it. So I click on this shape, I click this tool here, it's called explode. I click explode, I select this and I press enter. Now if you put your mouse pointer there, you can see each of them has been exploded, so you can select them individually. So now I'm going to use the trim tool. I will click this tool here, click trim tool here, select the first one, press enter. Then I'm going to trim the other ones with respect of this, to the respect of this. So I click here, I click trim, you see it's going off, trim, 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 and I press enter. So, ooh la la, we have this beautiful knot looking at us. So let's make it more colorful. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to add some color. So let's do a hatch. So we click a hatch tool here. So let's use a color here. Let's use red as we saw in the sample. We click red here. Then we hatch all the sides red. Click, say this is a close place, so click OK. Let me click this point. Yes, click this point. Click close. Click this point. Click close. Okay, press enter. Let me click the hatch tool again. I click the hatch tool. Okay, click here. Let me select yellow. I click this point. Okay, show details. Click close here because close boundary. It's telling me that the boundary is not closed, so it will have been done, but the boundary is not closed. But we have done that example before. So let me click this area again. Still not closed. So what we do now, let's continue the ones inside. Let's click the hatch tool again. Okay, hatch tool, I select maybe purple. I select for the one inside. I press enter. I click the hatch tool again. I select another color, let's say yellow. I click inside because it's a closed boundary. Press enter. I can select the hatch tool again, or I can even select, I select the hatch tool. Okay, I select another color. I'm making purple, or no, I've used purple. Let's go to a green color here. I select this other one. Press enter. I can select different colors. Select the hatch tool again. Select this color here. Select the blue color. Select the third one. Press enter. And select the hatch tool again, or press enter. Any one you use. Then you click which color now? Let's say this color. And we click this and we press enter. Now, because the inner is also closed, we can also do the same. We can decide to select the hatch tool again, select another color, and select maybe white, if we, and hatch it down. So we press enter. So this, we can save this. Now this was not properly closed. That's why the hatch tool was not working. Hatch tool works in a closed environment, but at least you have the idea of how to cross-structure a knot. So what have we done and achieved in this lesson? The first thing we're able to do, we're able to use the word construct the spanner. So let's review all the tools we use. We use the rectangle tool, we use the circle tool, we use the polygon tool, we use the trim tool to trim the edges, then we use the group to group it. Then when we came to the knots, remember when you're learning AutoCAD is for you to know how to use the tools. We learned how to use the polygon tool here. We learned how to use the line tool. We learned how to use the copy tool to duplicate the lines. We also use the copy tool to duplicate the polygon on the bound down edge. We used the trim tool. Then we pressed enter. We also used the array tool to duplicate the cycle that we used. We used the cycle tool, then use the array tool, then we use the trim tool. So you've learned how to use a lot of tools in this lesson. I hope you understand. So if you have any questions, or you have anything you want us to treat, or you don't understand anything, please let us know. Drop your comments, make your observations, write, and help us
let us know what you need to know. So what you don't understand or you want us to treat. So my name remains Vincent Hope. This is your AutoCAD tutorials. Do have a blessed day and thank you for watching.